around hands. I mean, like a long tube sock would even work. Kitchen towel, whatever. All right, so let's start off with and wrap it in around your hands. I know some of us are already warmed up, but let's do some giant circles this way. So legs really wide, some good tension on your towel, and I want you to just really reach it around and give it a good pull so you can feel your shoulder blades. We're doing 3 more in this direction. All right, pause at the top and go the other way. All right, we got 3 more. And 3. All right, and pause at the top for me. Let's just do a tiny side to side. All right, and then you can keep your feet that wide, bring them a little bit narrower, and I'm gonna start shoulder blades squeeze and just doing a little bit of a squat and reach, stand, squeeze those shoulder blades. Sink your hips way back, like you're sitting on a chair. Point is not to tax your legs, really. But give your towel a good pull so you can really feel the shoulder blades. All right, we got 3 more here. And 3. All right, just stand it straight up. And then we're gonna rotate it, not super fast, but I just want you to bring it to one side, like out of your pocket, like you're pulling it out of your pocket, and rotate the other way. Okay, when you do that, really give this arm a pull so you can kind of feel that stretch in your shoulder blade. Let's do 3 more. All right, and on this last one, just kind of give it a little extra pull. All right, let's shake right here for a second or swing. And then let's take it the other way. Take this nice and controlled. We're doing 10. All right, so 2 more. And give it a little extra pull right there. All right. And then we're going to take it backwards. So once again, starting with your hands here, I want you to step back, reach it up over your head. Come on back, squeeze the shoulder blades again. Reach it up. Okay, we're going to do 10 on each leg. On each one, squeeze that back butt cheek. Okay, don't feel like you need to go all the way to the floor. Just trying to loosen up the hips. I think I'm on 7. You don't need talking and counting, doesn't always work. All right, let's get 2 more. All right, now this last one, just hang out for a second and do a little bit of a side bend. Still squeezing that back butt cheek a little bit. And step it up. Same thing, this side. bring it all the way up and just let yourself roll down. But if you can, grab onto your toes. That's always a little dicey for me, but if you can, squat all the way down, grab your feet, and then stand it back up. You'll feel a good stretch in your hamstring that way. Sink it all the way down, holding onto your feet. Stand it up. Get a couple more of those. All right, on this one, stay down here for just a second. Kind of pushing your elbows against the inside of your knee. Let's rock the hips a little bit. Then we'll stand it back up and continue with the towel. All right, stand it back up and roll it up. All right, rewrap the towel if you had to unwrap it like I did. I'm gonna go a little closer than shoulder width. Spin feet nice and wide. Take it to one side. Keep the arms straight as you reach up. Bring it to the middle, keep them straight, and reach. Let's give 3 more to each side. All right, stand it up. And let's take the towel a little bit wider, about shoulder width apart, and reach up over your head, and you're gonna reach kind of forward and back. Just getting a little bit different pull on the shoulder blades. Make sure you're looking up towards the ceiling. And then take it behind your head, reach it up and over. All right, let's just get a couple more there. All right. And bring it right behind your neck, and I just want you to cradle the back of your head in the towel and let your neck relax just for a second there. All right, bring it down. And I'm gonna do some giant backward windmill circles with this arm. And then take it to the front. And switch sides, backward. And to the front. All right, that feels a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna grab the mat out. And let's go ahead and we're gonna take it down to the floor in a half kneeling position to start off with. So let's keep the towel with you. And once again, I'm gonna wrap it just a little bit closer than shoulder width apart. We're gonna lean in. As you do that, I don't want you to arch your back at all. Okay, we're gonna lean in, squeeze the back glute, and pull up on the shoulders. Get one more there. All right, bring it up to 90 degrees, and then let's take it sideways. All right, go ahead and set it down here just for a second. Let's bring your arms out in front, and we're gonna open from side to side. Okay, let your eyes follow where your hands are going. The moving hand, in case that wasn't clear. Get one more on each side. And then we're gonna pause here, grip onto that front leg with the opposite hand and open up the other way. All right. And then let's bring the front leg forward. We're gonna set the towel down for just a second again. And we're gonna do some scoops that we normally do standing. I feel like they get a little bit deeper when we're kneeling. So all you're gonna do is reach around, hinge your hip backwards, and reach up. Do 3 more. All right, interlace your fingers at the top, pull everything up. And then grab your towel. Let's put it underneath that back foot. And we are grabbing onto it with the opposite hand. Always a challenge. And let's try to get that foot as close to your butt as you can. All right. And go ahead and gently set that down. All right, and we are going to go to the other side, but you know I got to go this way first, right? Take that front leg out to the side. We're going to get some rotations here to start with. So same arm as the leg that's out. Let's take that underneath and then open up this way. So hopefully you're getting an inner thigh stretch and we're moving the shoulder blades around. One more. And then bring this arm down and take this one, reach it underneath, and you're trying to grab the floor with your elbow. All right, bring it up. Let's take the other leg forward. Grab the towel again. Get it nice and close. And lean in. Try not to arch your back. Squeeze that back butt cheek. All right, last one. And bring it back to 90 degrees. And let's take it a little bit sideways. All right, set it down. Try to straighten out that front leg to your comfort level. And hinge your hip back as you scoop down and reach up. All right, we got 3 more here. All right. And let's take the towel again underneath the back foot. And trying to get it as close to your butt as you can. Then we're going to try this one on the side too, because I feel like it's better that way. But okay, go ahead and set that down. And let's take this leg out to the side. All right, and again, same arm. Bring it under and rotate up. Eyes follow your hand. Let's do 2 more. All right, and switch hands and take this one underneath. All right. And then let's bring it up into a tall plank position. Okay, and to start with, I just want you to let your shoulders sink down and then round them back up. We are not doing a push-up. Your arms stay straight. You're just retracting the shoulder blades and then rounding them. Still, I don't do the cat-cow because my back won't let me, but if you want to do that, you go for it. All right, then we are going right here because this is one of the best. So let's get 5 on each side. Elbow going towards the inside foot. Make sure this butt cheek is squeezed the whole time. Down here and reach it up and back. All right, last one there. And go ahead, drop your back knee. First, keep the butt cheek nice and tight on that side and circle the arm backward. All right, go ahead, bring it back to the middle. And let's take that to the other side. Elbow in, reach it up. Back butt cheek is engaged. All right, and there's 5. Go ahead, drop that back leg. Keep that butt cheek engaged and circle it backwards. All right, go ahead, bring that hand back. And bring your legs back here. And I'm going to take one leg up and shoot it directly underneath. Okay, we're going to hang out there for a second, not for too long. Kind of stretch those hip rotators. And then go ahead and bring that leg all the way up underneath you as much as you can comfortably. And go ahead and reach forward. All right, come on up. Let's take that to the other side. And bring it up. Sink down to your comfort level. All right. Bring it back up. Let's take the feet a little bit wider. And all we're going to do is do alternating arm reaches. So thumb faces the ceiling. Yes, we're getting a little core challenge here, but we're also elongating and getting some great shoulder blade retraction. One more on each side. All right. We are going to take that quad stretch on the floor sideways. So bear with me here. You're going to lay on your side. At least I hope you're going to lay on your side. The idea is to hold on to the top knee and grab the back foot at the same time. I understand this is very pretzel-like, but hopefully you can get the heel closer. And you're going to pull down actively on the top knee towards the floor. Ideally, the hand that's holding the foot is as close to the floor as possible. Okay, looking up towards the ceiling. If you can intensify that stretch on the back leg, do it. If not, don't. All right, go ahead and let that go. And flip it over. All right. Again, actively pulling down on the top knee towards the floor. Trying to get that heel to your butt on the bottom leg. Looking toward the ceiling. Wowie. All right. Now my towel is over here, so let's go ahead and grab that. Now, the best part of Towel Tuesday. Go ahead and wrap your towel around one foot. You can actually Do a little bit of a calf stretch there as well if you want to. Go ahead and flatten this one and you're gonna raise and lower. If we're getting a static stretch on one side and active on the other. All right, one more like that. You're trying to get that other leg as high as it will go. And then I'm gonna take this one right across my body. Oh yeah. If you want to tug it towards the floor a little bit, go for that. Trying to keep the other arm on the floor. All right. Now let's bring it to the middle. This is the same thing we kind of did face down. You're gonna try to hug that knee to your chest. You're pulling on the towel. Let's rock it back and forth a little bit. Get those hip rotators. I focus on these so much because for a lot of people, their sciatic nerve runs through these hip rotators and they get really tight when you sit at a desk. So I think this is one of the roots of some of that sciatic pain. All right, bring that leg back up and take it out to the side. And back to the middle one more time, and then we will switch legs. Hopefully you can get a little bit deeper into those hip rotators this time around. And set this leg down before we totally switch. Shift that top knee over. Now we're gonna try to keep your hips on the floor and then pull laterally on the towel on your foot. We're just getting a little bit higher on the hip. And go ahead and switch it. We're taking this one up and down. I think we did 7 on the other one. All right. But take that foot across your body. If you want more of a stretch, you can use the towel to sort of pull it towards the floor, but be careful. And bring it to the middle. Oh, Nelly, hug that foot to your chest. Rock back and forth just a little bit. All right, let's open it up the other way. And back to the middle. Rock a little bit one more time. Woo. You go ahead and set it down. And you're pulling on that towel on your foot. Hopefully you feel that like right here. I certainly do. All right, go ahead, set the towel down. And then we're gonna try my rocket kicks here. We'll see how it goes. So with hands on the floor, you're gonna try to do some side to side kicks. And not going to be a rocket, but that's all right. All right, and then let's take this leg straight up, and we're just gonna let it fall side to side, and try to keep the shoulders and the arms on the floor. Go one more on this side. And switch sides. Check out the rocket kicks on the left. All right, one more. And then take it straight up. Side to side. All right. And then let's bring both knees to 90 degrees. And now you're just gonna let your hips gently fall side to side, keeping your arms where they are. All right, let's get one more of those to each side. And then hands behind your knees. Let's rock and come on up. All right. We're not totally done yet. You figured that, right? Okay, facing, I'm gonna face this way so you can see what I'm doing. Let's finish off your shoulders. So one arm comes behind you, the other one reaches up, and then rotate around and switch. Reach it directly over and slightly rotate. And then just take it straight overhead, side to side, a little bit faster. All right, now pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Right between the shoulder blades, try to grab onto that elbow. And I want you to take everything sideways, hopefully relaxing your neck. And switch sides, pat yourself on the back on the other side. And let's take it the other way. All right, interlace your fingers. Pull everything up one more time. Take it side to side there. And then hands behind you one more time. You're gonna pull one arm gently towards the floor. Tilt your head in the opposite direction. And you're gonna go a little forward and a little back. And switch sides. All right, interlace those fingers behind you if you can. Reach back while you're looking up at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stand it up. And I'm gonna do one more quick thing against the wall. And that is, I'm gonna take one of our nice big backward steps. I'm leaning my arm against the wall. So I'm gonna get as close as I can. Just sink it down. Once again, squeeze that back loop. Final thing on those hip flexors. That extra traction on the wall makes a huge difference, I think. Stand it up. Let's just take that to the other side. And get as close to your wall as you can. Squeeze that back butt cheek as you sink it down. Oh, that is money right there. All right, kids. My hair almost